Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another next up special, people, where I sit down one on one with content creators who are early on in their journey in this footballing space and find out how they got into the space, their journey so far, and what the future holds for them as well as telling any interesting stories and meeting people they are fans of and certain channels they've been on as well, because that's what these next up specials are all about. Because I did the original specials with the Mount Rushmore candidates with all of the goats, then I did the second wave with the class behind the goats and behind the Mount Rushmore candidates as well. But the reason why I was like, let me do the next up specials, because people are going into an extremely crowded market with extremely talented individuals. So to stand out now is extremely tough. Kicking down the door is tough. And I salute everyone who kicked down all the doors. And then the second wave that was after that as well. But to join now, whether that's in 2025 or in the last month, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, is extremely tough. So it's all about giving people their flowers right here, because there's a lot of trolling and a lot of nonsense that goes on in this space, and it's very much about now. And like I said, we want to find out people's backstories as well and look out at this as they continue to grow, people. So this individual definitely was at the top of my list in regards to doing the special. Someone that I've worked with on a regular basis, not only on his own channel, which has continued to grow as well, but also here at Sarcasm City TV. You've seen him on Don Husam's channel, you've seen him on Carefree Lewis's channel, you've seen him on Back Again as well, plus more. I'm sure there's definitely 110% channels I've forgotten about. And what I rate most about this guy as a content creator as well is, again, like many others have mentioned, dispels the myth that international fans aren't passionate, number one, and number two, don't know football. Because he dispels these two myths instantly. Extremely passionate, waking up at all 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, for real. Secondly, as well, also showing the knowledge, showing how good they are. No, sorry, showing their knowledge in regards to the football club, and not just current, but also the history as well. And why I want to praise him is, and why I think he gets extremely underrated, because when you look at different aspects of content creating, he literally ticks all the boxes. So individually, he can hold down a live stream by himself and easily. So whether that's a watch along, whether that's a call-in show, whether whether it's a Q&A on his channel as well, then what he can also do is host shows. So he's very capable of putting a panel together and being the main host and facilitating the football, for those that know, like in regards to it. But then on the other hand he's fine actually joining the stream and not being the main host and just being a straight shooter. Hey, you know what? I'm going to be the striker. I'm going to be the inside forward. And these things sound very simple, but they are very tough to do at a high level. And also what I rate as well is, because a lot of people will get into this space and go, let me just work with the biggest and best content creators. Let me just go shout this content creator, shout this guy with 100K, this guy with 200K, this guy with 75, this guy with 50. But he was like, scratch that. I'm going to build my own empire. Because when you go look at his channel, he has his own regulars on there. And as I was thinking about this special, I was like, that's fire how he's done that. Because not many do. People will go and just pluck other content creators from elsewhere and say, join my channel. But there's actually people we look at and go, you're from such and such. You're there on a regular. So it's only right. Like I say, he's my brother as well. So there is bias without question. But everything I said there is fact. Even if I disliked him, I'd still have these thoughts on him as a content creator as well. So I got to welcome none other than my brother to the live stream next up special. My like Sheik is in the building from Sheik TV. What are you telling me, Sheik? You good?
Yo, that intro that's crazy, man. I've never had anyone like pause. I've never had anyone like say anything like nice about me in that way. Like, that's crazy. Honestly. Right, man. Yeah. Thank you for having me on. I don't know where to begin. Shout out to everyone, of course, who's here to hear the story. Obviously, a lot of things were said. I'm still like processing all of it, but yeah, man, it's thank you for having me on, bro. It honestly means a lot. And we're gonna get into it, but it means a lot, bro. Honestly, to be part of, to be viewed as that next up by anyone, to be honest, like to be viewed as that next up, it kind of like, to start off the stream itself, it kind of like is rewarding for all the work that you do. To be recognized for, like, you know, after the journey that you've had so far, and to be part of shows like this, like, it's rewards like this that make a content creator want to keep going, and to be motivated to keep going, to get recognized by people like Flawless in the community space, you know, top creators like Flawless in the community space. So yeah, man, thank you for having me on, of course. And yeah, we're family, man. It's family. So
yeah, it is. Like,
just,
I don't even remember how it
this is
was.
literally
Like,
just another stream.
yeah, like literally, like me and Sheik just became, it's a brotherhood now. Like,
yeah,
Sheik's here often. You know what I'm saying? Sheik's here often. I'm on his channel often, and I really do rate, like I said, how you went and approached it. And we'll get to that. Your channel, because not many others would do that. Like, you literally have your own regulars on there. Like, Mud Bros is your thing. Like, you have other shows on there, like, and there's regulars on there, and I'm like, yo, Sheik's actually building his own empire, like his own channel from the ground up, rather than just go, hey, let me go shout this person, let me go shout that person and bring them on. It's like, no, I'm gonna bring on my own. I'm gonna just build it up from the ground up, and not only yourself as an individual brand, but also your channel. I think this is why you've been on the channels you've been, and also as well, people don't do that. Like, people think putting panels together, one's easy and two people are willing participants. People don't rate you can't do that. People are like, you have to sell them, like, hey, you're gonna be here every week talking football, will you join?
Seriously.
And so many people don't. So, like, and I rate that highly, and that's why your channels had the success it's had and will continue to do, and yourself as well as a content creator. But big up everyone in the chat. I see all of you lot, man. Big up Zay every single time Zay talks. Zay will be on as well this week, people. Don't worry about that. Shout out to YG. Big up Mike's as well. It says, good to see this wave being recognized. For sure, it's only right. Big up Canal as well. Shout out to him. Vikran in the cut. H is in the cut as well. Says, man like Sheik as well. They call it as top crooks and all this stuff. Shout out Warrior J as well. Big up everyone in the building as well. And Warrior J says, I recommended this guy to Flawless, become a mod of this channel, and now is his own channel with Mud Bro shows. Shout out to the Mud crew, apart from Spoobs. Big up to you both. Hey, blessings, man. Big up every single time, man. Every single time. So yeah, what we gonna do, Sheik? We'll do these at the start of everyone. Jump in the time machine. So we go back to 2 points. One, when Sheik TV was created. So as you're thinking of the idea and you launched the channel, and also your introduction into the content creator space as well. So what was your introduction into the content creator space? So obviously that came before you launching your own channel.
Yeah. So yeah, it's actually the other way around for me. So before I created,
I stand corrected.
Before I created my channel, it was me already being introduced on, you know, on shows and like being part of panelists and stuff before I even thought about, I think, making a channel. But this goes all the way back to, I think, start of 2024 January, I'm pretty sure. So the start of last year, that's when I pretty much created Sheik TV. But how it all actually started was, I've been watching this, you know, group of YouTubers, including Flawless, people like Troopz, people like Lewis, for a while now, and it's been like years since I've been watching all of these content creators that I just mentioned and more. Most of, honestly, I give credit to Flawless for a lot of this all the time. I've told him this in the past before. Majority of I think the first ever show that I ever got introduced on was probably a fan call-in show on Flawless's channel. I think that was the first time I ever, like, literally turned on a camera and a mic and decided to like speak for the first time ever. I think it was a fan call-in show, on Flawless's channel. But yeah, I think that for sure was my introduction to like being on a show, being in the content creator space. But I've been watching these the YouTubers, all these different, you know, creators, these shows for a while now, and I've always been a fan, and it's been like that for years. I think since COVID time as well. Like it's just something that I always, you know, football, which is the passion and the love for the game itself. And these type of things, you would see viral moments, you would see, you know, obviously all these things going on with other channels like KFTV and certain people going from there and all that type of stuff. So I became a fan of all of that. And honestly, I think, because my introduction to the channel was a lot to do with your channel, I think I should also speak about how I found you. And I think that's through Back Again for sure, because I used to watch Troopz' show, and I remember there was a time where, shout out to Troopz every single time. There was a time where Troopz had I think there were different panelists. I think we talked about this before too.
Yeah, he was rotating panelists.
He was rotating. Yeah,
rotating
and
panelists.
yeah, he was rotating
But
panelists, and I
before we do
remember.
that, we want to hold a pin in that. Before we
Yeah.
get to that, we're gonna get back to that story. Take us
Okay.
back further in time in regards to your introduction into just watching the content.
Like when it started or how
Yeah.
how it
When you
began.
started watching, so what was your introduction? Who were the people you were? How did you get into watching content creators? Who were the earliest content creators you was watching?
Yeah,
Before we get to
so
that, go on.
I think when it came to content creation, I think the first thing that I ever looked at was probably United fan channels and just United
Okay.
content. Because I was obviously big on the sport back then too, and I was still as passionate as I am today. So I was just, United content. You guys have seen me on my channels and how much I debate. So it's like these type of topics and stuff that we discuss about clubs was always intriguing to me. So that always attracted my attention to the YouTube content creator space. At that time, I had heard of a lot of content creators. It goes from the guys over at Stretford Paddock. I think they were called Full Time Devils back
Yeah,
then.
Full Time Devils was the
It
initial
goes
name. Yes,
from it goes from them all the way to guys like Rance, guys like Saeed, like guys like all these type of people. So I was pretty much all over the YouTube content creator space, watching as much people as I can at that time. And then it kind of transitioned into this whole era that we kind of went to with the banter era, when Arsenal obviously were having that time, and there's a lot of jokes
AFTV
and
times.
AFTV times when shows started to become, there's just a lot more of the banter type of shows that you would see a lot more. They were just coming up, and a lot of these content creators were coming up and they're doing a lot of their own things rather than, all these people appearing on fan cams and they're having their introductions into YouTube game. They're starting off their journey. So watching like all of those, that's how I kind of transitioned to finding AFTV, finding content creators like Troopz. And then that's where I found your channel. And then your channel, like I said, was it's the start of it all, to be honest, because once I found your channel and I started watching your channel consistently, I had not watched any channel in YouTube so far for all the years that I've watched as consistent as I watched yours. It became a thing where I knew your schedule. Yeah. Like I'm telling you this for the first time.
I didn't know that. Go on.
I knew your schedule because I was just such a so I was a big fan of Back Again, but obviously since you were the United fan on there, and the United fan is someone that I can obviously relate to, being we're the two supporters of the same club. It's that gradually drew me to your channel and your content. And I started watching more, and I obviously agreed with a lot of the opinions that you had on that show. A lot of instances like the infamous, if you guys have never watched this, Flawless versus Husam, so many times, like it's just them arguing left and right. Like that's what I remember Back Again of that time.
That's how that show was, man.
And it's like it's like this. It was like I'm sitting here like backing Flawless while watching it, and I'm getting like antsy, and I'm like, yo, I want to reply to Husam real quick too. And it's like it was that type of thing. Like that's what the content, like that's how it just basically drew to me. And it's that type of like, that's why I like literally I say this all the time, like I view you as such a big like content creator, because it's that type of thing that you do on your shows and how you are as a panelist that can draw a lot of fans. And that's why you have the numbers that you do have, the people, the community that you've built. That's the same way how I basically drew to your channel. And I think after that, once I obviously a couple of times I was in the chat. I was really active in the chat quite a lot during a lot of your Random United shows. Yeah, and I had a different name, I think, at that time too. It wasn't Chic TV. Chic TV wasn't even a thing. I think just my actual name was on my YouTube channel at that time. And it was just like I was dropping comments. I would watch a lot of your shows. It became a thing. I knew your schedule. Like I knew, at this time Flawless is gonna go live for this show. And I would wake up and I'd be like, I was there. And then obviously Warrior J mentioned it. After a while, you gave me, the mod on the channel, and that's where like I was a lot more involved. That's where I met a lot of other people in the channel. I met, all the people that I call family and brothers in this community too. The panelists that we're obviously going to talk about when I get to my shows, but people like YG in the chat, people like H in the chat, all people that I found through your channel and through your community. So being a mod, that was one thing. Of course, I found that as like something that I was like surreal, because I was like, oh wow, like someone like Flawless that I watch on Back Again all the time made me a mod on his channel. Like that's crazy. And then I think fan call-in shows, I joined from there. I think there was just shows where we would, fan call-in shows where we discuss United. And then after a while, I think you invited me on a watch along for the first time.
Seriously, I didn't even know this. Mad.
It was a watch along.
Before you get to the watch along part. As I'm doing fan calling shows and you're watching Back Again, obviously you found that via Troopz because you're watching
Yeah,
Troopz on
yeah.
AFTV, and then you see me and you said, "All right, as a United fan, like his views, etc., etc." What made you go, "All right, I'm going to call in"? Was you just fearless about it? Because a lot of people might be skeptical about
Yeah.
that. Was you just
I
like, "All
think
right, cool, I'm going to call in"?
Yeah, so I think yeah, definitely it was a moment of being fearless. Two,
Mhm.
also, I felt at comfort being part of your community, if that makes sense. Being
Got
part of your
you. Yeah.
chat for a while, being part of your
Mm,
chat for a while, seeing regular faces say big up to you, hi to you all
mm,
the time, just makes it kind of like a comforting community to be part of, where you kind of feel like you can say what you want to say and you feel like
yeah.
people won't judge you. And that
Facts.
having that type of thing, like going on a show, of
Mm,
course, especially when you're kind of starting off content creating, because I went through
mm,
that a lot. I think there were times where, and we'll speak about it more, obviously, but when there were times
mm,
where I appeared on bigger channels and, with other channels and just in a different space, I did kind
mm,
of like struggle at times. And it was tough for me
mm,
to kind of open up and be myself and, let my
mm,
personality come out on certain shows. But I never felt that on yours, because in the first
mm,
fan call in show, I was like, I felt fully confident going into it.
mm,
Obviously, like, that was the first time me speaking to you on camera and stuff, but you
yeah.
had replied to a lot of my comments and stuff in the past in shows and all of that, and super chats and all of that type of stuff. So it was like there was that conversation that we already kind of had through, comments, but it was the first time it was going to be like on camera, so I wasn't really like too fearless or nervous or anything about it. And
Okay.
second, obviously, it was just, yeah, like it was the fact that the community, I didn't feel like I was going to be judged in any way, shape, or form, and I felt like
Yeah.
I was safe there. So
Yeah.
everyone always, it was just a thing where, everyone, and it's just kind of, it still is like this to this day. I'm not trying to say it like it's not like that anymore, but it still is like this to this day, where the community and the whole YouTube space is just very warm and
Facts.
like loving and all supportive and all those type of things. And that's really what it was. Everyone was
Mm.
just really supportive at that time. When people, I guess, when you brought me on the channel, I think if I remember, for the fan call-in show, like people were like supportive to see me there and were eager
Because they
to
know
hear
recognize me from the chat.
from the
Yeah, yeah,
chat, and
yeah.
they were just like, yeah, eager to see,
Mm,
to hear what I had to say and all that type of stuff. And also, it's just like, you see a lot of people sometimes in chat, and you see, their profiles and all that, and it's
mm,
not in a weird way, but it's good to sometimes see a face on someone. And
mm,
that's, I think, something that people at that time liked too. So, and I saw from, just the feedback and comments and stuff. So the fan call-in show, just to go back to it, was the first time
mm,
that, yeah, I think we were on a show together. And then after that, a
mm,
while, it was a watch along.
mm.
And if I'm not wrong, I do remember this, if I'm not wrong, it was the 0-0 at Anfield, the first watch along that I did. Yeah, 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 it was a
What a game
0-0
to
at
pick,
Anfield.
man.
What a game to
What
pick. Yeah, 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 what a game to pick. And I
Anfield,
remember
man.
this because you were alone, and I remember
Yeah,
this conversation. Yeah, you were alone, and I was like, you know what, Flawless, because we
mm.
were all just like, we're gonna get slapped, it's Anfield. We
Because we just
were
got packed
terrible.
up
It was
at
10
the middle
Hog
of
at
the
that
year.
time too. Yeah, yeah, it was 10 Hog at that time too. It was the middle of the year. So I was like, I seen Flawless was all by himself on the watch list. So I was like, Flawless,
Yeah,
if you don't mind, if you want to send me the link, like I'll watch this with
mm.
you. And he was like, sure. So we got on, and no, it was no game. But I think that was
I
the
was like,
first
yeah,
watch
come, you
along.
come drown in this, you come
Yeah,
drown with me in this freaking
literally.
scene.
And
Definitely.
again, at that time, in that period of time too, it was like I was watching every single stream that you would do, watch along, match reaction, like, all the Mandem
Mm,
United shows, the panelist shows, everything. So like, yeah, like you let me on a stream, and that was the first one, the watch along. And then after that, you used to send me the link for pretty much every single one. And then that's pretty
mm,
much how I started getting on the channel more. But then we transitioned into how I made my channel. And it
okay.
honestly came a lot into conversations with some of the people that I just mentioned, conversations with you.
Mm,
I have to give shout out to a lot of people for that. I have to give a shout out to YG. I have to give a
mm,
shout out to H. I have to give a shout out to Will. I have to give a shout out to all these guys, Spooby, the Mud Brothers panelists, like all of those people, because they were honestly the ones who told me to make a channel. They said, I can see you
yeah,
regularly doing this. I can see you regularly, like, you're part of, like, Flawless's community, and everyone
mm,
knows you there and all that type of stuff, and you talk very well. And it's like, if you have the time to do it, then you should do it. And I was just like, yeah, you know what, like, um I thought about it myself after a while too, and I was like, yeah, it's something that, I can do on the side. It's a side hustle. I do have time for it. I anyways kind of watch all United games when whether it's at 4:30 a.m., 5
mm,
a.m., whatever time it is, and I'm spending all that time into, you know, doing all that type of stuff, I might as well just make content out of it.
Yeah.
And that's something that I do anyways,
Okay.
and something that, shout out to Tom Little, of course.
I see you lot
Something,
all in the chat as well. I just don't want to interrupt Sheik, but big up everyone in the chat. I see you, Eddie, Sunshine, Zay, everyone else in the chat, man. I see all of you lot. Canal also to you. Go on, carry on. Sheik.
yeah. So it was really just like, my channel came from motivation from a lot of the people that were around me, including you. Grim was there as well. Like I think I already mentioned him. Grim was there. I remember sending messages to Grim on WhatsApp, and Grim would tell me about, you know, ideas for thumbnails and all that type of stuff. I don't know if Grim remembers, but yeah, like I had conversations all the way back then, and it was right before January 2024, and I think that's just where it started. I had question marks like, oh, do I start in the middle of the season? Is it going to be like a thing where people are going to be tuned in to watch, or how is it going to be? And I think it was just like, I think it just was the thing where I just needed to begin. And it was just like, everyone was telling me, yo, just start and don't look back and just go from there and just see where it ends up. And we're here today. Obviously, you know, like after a year, I hit a milestone of 1,000 subscribers after a couple of months ago. And it wasn't easy to anybody out there, of course, to you know, anybody who content creators out there too. It's never easy. You have to definitely put in the hard work. And yeah, it's just like, it all came from motivation from the people around me, to be honest. It was people from like you, my parents. I have to give a big shout out to my parents too, because my parents honestly
love to mom and dad, man.
yeah,
Love that.
they're one of the biggest supporters currently. Like my mom drops a comment on every single video of mine. Like till this day, she drops a comment. She shows up. She says big up to everyone. Everybody knows her. Mud Brothers, like the panelists know her. Like they all say big up to her. She says big up to them all the time. It's just like they're like her sons. Like they know her all the like she asks about them all the time. Like how is everyone doing and all that. So yeah, like my parents have been the biggest supporters as well. And that's really it. I think it's just like everyone kind of motivated me to do it. They said, you know, I can talk well and I can, you know, go like some of the things that you said in the beginning. I can, you know, I've been on watch alongs. I can kind of hold a panel by myself, you know, do all those type of things. And those things, everyone was just kind of like, yo, you should see it, that you're able to do all these things. So why not just, you know, pick up a camera and see where it goes? And that's really it. This is what I'm currently doing right now. I'm seeing where it's going to go. And so far it's gone this far. So that's where we're at.
So before people had told you, like the likes of say like a YG, a Grim, others had said create a channel, had you had any idea while she was on here on Sarcasm TV to create a channel? So it was in your mind already. And that was
so
just the thing that further. Go on, carry on.
Yeah. So the channel, honestly, thoughts of creating a channel initially, not as obviously as concrete as they became right before I did end up making the channel. Thoughts of making a channel go as far back to when I actually got into the whole content creating space. I saw, you know, the likes of, you know, these, you know, the different videos, AFTV, Troopz, like Lewis, Rant, all these guys. And I was like, yo, this is great content. Like I should try to do it myself. But I think at that time, it was a thing where I had a lot of things going on in my life. And, you know, school and all that type of stuff where I just didn't have time for it. And there was also just that nervousness. It was like a lot of things going on. COVID at that time, it was nervousness. It was just like all these personal things at that time too, which didn't, I wasn't able to start early then, but it was always the thing that I had. It was just more so confidence from within. But it's been a thought in my mind since then, since I got into watching YouTube and watching this type of content. It's been a thought, like whether it's been a small thought or whether it's been something concrete, it always has been a thought in my mind to eventually also do this one day, because it's something that I end up watching and put a lot of my time of my day into as well. Like I can go as far back to when I started watching your channel. Literally would wake up, your shows would go on, obviously with the time difference. For the people that don't know, I'm out here in the States. It's about an 8-hour time difference between the UK and the States. You guys are 8 hours ahead. So a lot of the times when I wake up at 8 or 9 in the morning, if I'm going to work or whatever, it's like you would be live. And it's like one of those type of things where I don't know if you experience this when you watch other content creators, but it's the best thing that you can just put on whenever you're doing something.
In the background,
whenever you're just doing something, you can just put on and you're listening, and like you might not be commenting and stuff in the chat also, but it's just something that you're listening all the time. So it's just like, with your content that happened, and that's just how it all became a thing. And just seeing all that was just, it just kind of made me also think like, you know, maybe I could also do this one day. And I'm also passionate about all these type of things, and we'll see. Maybe I'll do this one day. We'll see. But at that time, I was kind of content with everything that was going on. I didn't really need something else like this going on in my life, another big priority as well. But yeah, it just became a thing. And I think more me being around the content space more and more and more is what really got me into eventually becoming and creating my own channel as well. So that's what I
No,
would
I
say.
love that.
Yeah.
For real. So then you've created your own channel,
Yeah.
Chic TV. And when was this? What year was this? What
This
year was
was
this? 2021?
January. Yeah,
January
this was January
2024.
2024. January
Okay, so January
2024.
2024,
Literally
you
at the
created
start
the
of the
channel.
year. Yeah, start of the year.
So what was your thought? So yeah, you know what? Talk us through the thought process and then growing your own channel. Like, what is your idea then? Because you're still here on
Yeah.
Sarcasm City TV on a regular, but what's your idea with your own channel?
Yeah, at that time, I think my biggest thing, even till this day, is prioritizing the type of content that I put out. And it's like,
Right.
um, I want to, and obviously, right now, I'll speak on this like currently as well. Right
Yeah.
now, I haven't been putting out too much of content. Like I didn't do my brother's show today because I spoke to you about it, but just things in the background and stuff, and I'll
Yeah.
get back to it. But at that time, it was a thing where I wanted to, yeah, just also put as much content as I can. And I think it started off that way originally, where I wanted to do, United shows. I wanted to have
Yeah.
panelists on. I wanted to have weekly shows where I can talk about like, everything, where we can kind of discuss the entire Premier League, everything that's, the major talking points, not just United, 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 United all the time. And I think even at that time where I did originally actually begin only United, but I always wanted to, and this was struggles of me getting panelists together, Mud Brothers together,
Yeah.
creating Mud Brothers. Obviously that became that show that I'm speaking about right now, but at that time it was just talking about United, trying to talk about as much as I can with the Premier League. Goals at that time were obviously at that my first initial goal was to get to 1K, try to get
Okay.
to that milestone as quick as I can. Another goal was trying to work with as many content creators as I can, people that I view as like my heroes and fans of channels that I am, and to work with them. That was another goal that I wanted to achieve
Okay.
as well. Like
Yeah.
H, if he's in the chat, we could probably like a goal that I create like talked about on my channel before too, is
Mm.
to one day have Troopz on my channel. And I think that would be like one of the biggest goals that I think would be for me, is to have someone
Yeah.
like Troopz on my channel, someone that I've
Right.
watched like time and time again. I watched Troopz vlogs when he was during COVID, when he was at home, all of that stuff. Like those having those type of people like on my channel. Another one, for a shout out to him in the chat as well, Husam, someone like him on my channel. All those type of things, like those are literally like I'm sure I've told Husam, I'm sure I've told you as well. Like when I first got introduced on channels like this, like these were all dreams that honestly came true. Like I never imagined in my life that I'd be able to speak to content creators like this, something that I've invested so much of my life into, to actually be around all that and to be accepted and all of those type of things. Especially when you spoke about this too, I'm international.
Yeah.
I'm from a country where football isn't actually the biggest sport. It's other things that are more prioritized and talked about and all that type of stuff. So it's yeah, it was working with my heroes, the people that I consider heroes, my and there's so many more. Like Troopz is just one, but there's so many people more that currently that I've already ticked off already, and there's still
On the
some
list.
people that I need to tick off as well. But they're just all of that, and it's yeah, it's just obviously ultimate goal is to leave everything behind and make this your career, right? Like that,
Yeah.
I think is everyone's ultimate goal when they do content creation. So I think
Brothers have
everyone,
mentioned that as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
we would all, I think, eventually would want that day where we can leave everything behind and just keep this as our job every single day, create our own schedule, be our own boss, and live a great life. All of that, like that would be great. But also for me personally is just like milestones, being viewed as United content creators, like some of the top one of them's and all that type of stuff, to be in a league of like the Flawlesses, the Rants, the Saids, like all of that type of stuff. That's a personal goal for me too in this content creator space, is to be recognized as well, and to be from coming from somewhere like the United States, to be recognized from here. I want United States fans also to know that United fans, that Chic is a platform that they can come on and speak and give their opinions on, and all that type of, just like how I'm like American citizen and I'm able to go on shows and speak about a different sport in a different country. They shouldn't be afraid to do all those type of things too. So I just be that type of be a role model to someone too, and to help someone out too, and help as much as I can, really, because I've had nothing but help since I've been here in this content creator space. I get help. I could say this, I could get help every single day from people like Flawless, from every single person. And every single person has impacted me in this like content creator space in a very, very big way. And they just don't realize it. And I will forever just be grateful to all of them. But yeah, my goals were always create a great community. A safe community for people to voice their opinions on, and to joke around and just be have a great community. Work with some of the top best content creators, and eventually one day make this my career and make this the only thing that I focus on. So those I would say were my goals going into like creating the channel, and those are the things that I wanted to do. In terms of content though, it was the shows that I mentioned, United content more so, panelist shows with everyone. Fan call-in show was an idea early, but it's something that came on much later. But in terms of content, it was just that it was United stuff, because a lot of the times I was appearing on your channel and I would speak a lot about United on your channel. So people would ask me all the time, you should create your own channel and speak about United on your own shows and all that type of stuff. So United content was really the main thing. Funny story, I don't know if people actually know all this. The first person who's on my show, on my channel, was Will, actually. It was actually Will.
It was Will. For those that don't know, Will, he's on the Troopz Chelsea fan.
Yeah,
proper joke, man. But shout out Will.
It was Will actually who was on my first ever show. I think my first ever stream. It was just a Q&A and like introductory like stream and all that type of stuff. And it was Will who was there. And Mud Brothers as well. Will was one of the first few guys on there as well. Chelsea, he was the Chelsea panelist before CP and Prime ended up joining as well. Shout out to them. But yeah, that's where I think that's where my mindset was when I created the channel. All those type of things that I mentioned, working with some of my heroes was a big personal goal that I wanted to achieve. Eli as well. Shout out to Eli. Eli was one of the first ones too.
It's been a minute, man, since spoke to Eli. Eli, man.
Shout out to Eli, man. Big up to Eli every single time. And it's all of those guys. And I want to actually quickly talk about this too. And you mentioned it is and Warrior J just transitioned into it with this question, and that's what I was actually going to get into. Is Mud Brothers, and I want to talk about Mud Brothers because like I think Mud Brothers has been like, it's been an unreal experience for me, to be honest. I've done about 76 episodes of Mud Brothers so far. How these 76 episodes have gone by so far, I just don't even know. But I think the biggest thing about Mud Brothers is all the friends and the brothers that I made in that show. Those Mud Brothers that I actually titled the show Mud Brothers, they're genuinely like my brothers. Because the biggest thing that I like can never honestly like ever probably repay them for is them just giving me their time every single week. And it's just like, you don't have to. You genuinely don't. You have so many other things that you can do. You have your own life that you can cater to, but all these specific individuals decide to give 2 hours of their day to Sheik and his channel, and I am forever like grateful to them for that, genuinely, because these are people who don't even have their own channel. Some of them don't even have their own channel. Some of them don't even do their own YouTube and stuff like that, but they give their time to me, and that's something that I will always like forever be grateful to them for. And that's why they're like literally like my brothers, all of them. Spooby's someone who's been on my channel early. He's someone who's been on my channel very, very early. United Match Reactions, he's there on most of them. Like Spooby is someone who's been there through, honestly, Spooby's someone who's been there through all of it. He was like one of my first few choices for the panelists. Eli too. Eli was originally it was myself, Eli, Spooby, CP. M. De Niro ended up joining a little bit later, but M. De Niro joined, and then Prime joined after as well. And then obviously Don C is now part of the show too. Big up to Don C as well. But yeah, like it's all of them. Every single one is just, I'm super, super grateful. I love every single one of them, and they're also just great content creators. They've been on your channel. I know the chat has seen them on various other channels. CP obviously been on Lewis's channel quite a lot. Been on his panelist. Prime been on the various show that he's been on. Don C been on the various show that he's been on. Just everyone's just great, man. Like that show, I absolutely love that show. That show is one I think, like, I'm very proud of myself for creating a show like that, because my brothers is something that people talk about all the time. Like,
you should be very proud, man. That is it's a proper symbol of Sheik TV's, like not only your greatness but also Sheik TV. Like that
Yeah.
summarizes your channel in one show, even though
Yeah.
there's multiple. Like I love that's why I be in the comment section at times. Like I love it. I wish I could be there more often, but obviously I'm be on different shows. Mud Brothers is great.
Yeah, like it's
Crazy
just
is that's testament to you picking the right panelists. And even though the panelists have switched around, you still managed to select the right ones. Smart.
yeah,
Very,
no,
very
and
smart.
it's just all of them are just great, man. Like
Mhm.
like all of them. Again, it's just that show is not just even me. It's a win for all of us. It's a win every single time. We get panelists or new guests because we've along the way that show. Obviously, we started off by just doing shows ourselves,
Mhm.
and then we transitioned into getting guests. You've been on there a couple of times.
Yes.
Big up to Tony.
Okay.
Tony's been on there a couple of
Shout
times.
out
Big
Tony.
up to Husam. Husam has been on there. Igal has been on there. Lewis has been on there. Like Mike's has been on there. So many people have been on that
Nice.
channel now. Since just the start, and it's become like it's come a very, very long way. And yeah, it's just like all of us, like it's a win for all of us. And every single time we get great these guests and all these type of just good, whenever the show goes great and people love it, I just give a shout out to everyone because all of us put in that work into making that show the way it is. Like if you guys haven't watched it, CP Spooby go at it all the time. Like Prime goes at it with people, and De Niro is going at it with people. We've had Tony go at it with panelists when he's been on the show. Like it's just been absolutely great. And yeah, we've had cookings. I did one time a whole funeral of like Arsenal Football Club. Mike's was there.
That,
Mike's remember
yeah.
that. Mike's was there. He probably remembers that. Like
Shout out
just
Mike's.
all of those type of things is
Yeah.
just us being us and us having banter. And yeah, it's just Mud Brothers is great. I love Mud Brothers.
It's
I love
fantastic.
everybody
That's why I
there.
love watching
Yeah.
guessed it like that show. 100%. And
Yeah.
you had Mike's
And
yeah, Mike's, I'm gonna get you one for one of these specials as well. I'm gonna reach out. I was gonna reach out tomorrow, but Mike's, I'm gonna get you one. Go on, carry on.
yeah, H just mentioned it too. Like the show is just so crazy. It's just there's no in between. We've had, we'll have serious debates about actual topics with certain things, and then we'll have topics like this. Whether Garnacho has pace, we'll discuss an hour to 2 hours. You guys don't even probably know this, but we've done. I think the longest Mud Brothers episode is nearly 4 hours, nearly, just because we have debates like this, and it just goes into just a whole different tangent. And it's big up to all the guys, but like I want to let everyone speak and have their time to cook, so I don't even stop them. They just are going at it, and they'll go at it for hours and hours and hours, and ultimately it'll come to no agreement, but they'll just go to hours and hours and hours. And yeah, like that show is just something else. Like you just see all different types of things on that show, all different types of debates. But yeah, that show is absolutely great. We've talked about that. We've done like the Arsenal funeral show, like just all these different things. We had the whole we did this summer, we did the draft where we were doing the Premier League all-time 11s, where you were a part of it too, Flawless.
Yes, that was good fun.
The drafts. Yeah, like
seeing people's teams get ruined by super chats was
fantastic.
Like
getting ruined. And it shows like that too, where like I just love the entire community, because that's where the shows like that is where you really find out who fucks with you and who doesn't. Like, yeah, you really do find out how people, if they do like your content, and how much they want to ruin you on those type of shows. And yeah, like those shows are great, because I remember just Sai every single week for those shows, just super chatting me Hoyland and Garnacho and all these like losers in the team, and I would just lose every single week, and we would do the draft, and I'd be last in the draft. And oh man, like yeah, this stuff like this, I could go on and on about all these different episodes that we've had on Mud Brothers. But Prime's clips, I have to give a big shout out to Prime, because Prime during a time with Mud Brothers as well, like he's literally, I call him this, he's like the creative director over here at Cheek TV, because he makes great clips for the show, like clips where he would keep receipts of things that were said in previous episodes, and panelists who've been on shows, and all that type of stuff. And he would keep receipts of everything, and he would create those clips for episodes. So I have to give him a big shout out for that too. And everyone's just played a massive part into that show, so I can't thank all of those guys more. I can't give them their flowers. I can't shout them out more than enough. Like those guys are all the goats. If I'm here, they're here with me, and I'm not here anywhere without them, because yeah, that show is what's really like if anything, like the channel for me, it's been that show. That show is really the one
it's
that
the one
people
that
like
you
really
look at.
cater to.
And you can see
it's been
by the
them.
comments. Yeah, you can see by the comments from people, whether it's Mike's or You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a Mike's or Sam who's been on it, or myself who's been on it, or other people who are watching, and they remember so many moments. And that's what this next special is all about. It's like, you know, hey, look at the impact you've had. You may not have the numbers it's gonna get, where this numbers is definitely gonna get to yet. But you're still impacting people. People are still entertained by it, and that's week in, week out as well. Supremely entertaining. So
week in, week out, like every single week. Again, it's just like shout out to, you know, people like Warrior J as well, because I gotta give everyone their flowers. Like him being a mod, and you know, him obviously always being in the show and giving us news and all that type of stuff. Like those are all elements that make the show the way that it is. So it isn't just only Sheik. It's Sheik, it's Warrior, it's Spooby, it's Prime, it's CP, it's M. De Niro, it's, you know, Eli, it's everyone. It's all the special guests. It's the chat. The chat is one of the biggest things too, because without the chat and without, you know, the questions and everyone, these shows wouldn't run. So it's like all of them, every single person who's ever redirected to the show or supported in just any way, it's the show's been there and it's gotten to where it has because of everyone. And I just want to give a shout out to all of those people. So yeah,
it is. And that Mike says here, the Mud Brothers dynamic is unique, and that's difficult to do on a panel show. Facts.
Mike's is someone who does it himself, and big up to Mike's himself too, because Mike's is obviously hilarious with his West Ham crash outs, and he has the show himself with Prime and Alfie and all those guys, all those great people on his channel. And yeah, like these shows are, you see these shows with a lot of content creators too. Flawless does it with all the different panelists that he has, and Husam does it with, you know, El Hawa and the A-listers and all of that. So yeah, like these shows, this is what people love to watch, and this is like what a lot of people are kind of doing, and this is what people like. This is just what the algorithm was showing at that time too, is that these type of shows is what people watch. But it's tough. It's tough creating panelists, and it's tough getting people to give you a lot of their time of their day. So yeah, I'm forever grateful to every single person, man. Genuinely. Genuinely.
Yes. 110%. And before we continue, we're going to take a pause for the cause, people. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. The link is literally in the title. Again, subscribe to Sheik TV, people. Go subscribe to Sheik TV. The link is in the title. You can click the link. It opens up a new tab. The link's underneath in the description. It's also on the featured channel page as well. And on top of that as well, I need to actually put it at the top underneath the channel. I'm going to do that in a second in the comment section. No, in the comment section, in the description. Sorry, I'm going to move it to the top. But it's underneath in the description. It's in the title. It's on the featured channel page. Or you can just go to the YouTube search bar and type in Sheik TV. So you mentioned there Sheik TV, of course, creating Mud Brothers and others. What's it like working with people? Like you mentioned a lot there as you was talking about people you watched and people who you like look up to and people who you're like, I'm big supporters of and big fans of their content. What's it like working with them? And take us through it one by one, them reaching out to you and how those relationships is formed.
Yeah. I have to give massive shout out to you, honestly, because I think a lot of the people that I've worked with have come through connections through you, and you know, you giving referrals of me to people, like have him on a show and he's available, all of that. So I have to give a big shout out to you, of course. But yeah, like working with even like you, Husam, just to name just a couple examples, just absolutely surreal.
Talk about Husam.
Like,
talk about working with Husam and how that
was,
how that came about and what happened, etc. Talk us through.
Absolutely surreal. I think it was just someone, I think it was Surfer, if I remember, messaged me one day and said, yo, Husam wants your number. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, what, is this real? Like, I don't remember where I was at that time or whatever, but I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, Husam wants my number. And at that time I was I think I was doing my own shows. And I was appearing on your channel at times too for, you know, Mandem United and watch alongs and all that type of stuff. So I think that's maybe where he maybe had seen me on other shows and all that type of stuff. But yeah, Surfer messaged me and he said, Husam's looking for your number, and I sent it to him, and Husam said he wants me. He was just like on A-listers to, I think it was because someone was not able to make it that day. It was Greg. Shout out to Greg's, Michael Griggs. He's a United content creator too. He wasn't able to make it that day, so he asked me to be on there, and it was just surreal. Like, I just couldn't believe it at first that Don Husam, someone that again I watch, I regularly watch. I've seen his crash outs. He's a Liverpool fan, so I've been on his channel to to give out smoke and put in those comments and all that type of stuff. Like him reaching out to me and seeing him on like Back Again and those debates that he's had with you and being on that show and watching that show too. It was a surreal moment because I viewed and still to this day view him as one of the top content creators in this space. I think Husam is genuinely unreal when it comes to his content. He is so funny. His takes, like his shows, everything is just great. I couldn't give more praise about Husam. And yeah, like it came from there. He just messaged me one day and it became a panelist. And to give a big shout out to Husam because he actually made me a regular on one of his shows. And it was A-listers.
What was that like? Talk about
it was A-listers, yeah.
A-listers.
It was obviously it was A-listers has been just the best experience for me, one of the best experiences for me, because not only was I just on a show with Husam, but I was also on a show with another hero of mine, which was Lewis. Lewis was on that show. And being with all of them, just like in the beginning, like it actually got to me a little bit, because it was like, when I say got to me, it was me being a little shy and me just being like, wow, like I'm in a show with all of these guys. It took me like a week or so or a couple of shows for me to get to be myself and put my personality out there. But it was just like surreal. Like literally it was a kid in a candy store. Like just imagine a kid in a candy store, like just feeling the most happiness in the world. That's really that. It was me being on a show with my heroes. And it felt just very accomplishing at that time too, because I had just started my channel at that time. And I was given a lot of opportunities. And that's why I give a big shout out to you, is because I was given a lot of opportunities by you. And it's just, all of that.
That's man. You did that. You know what I'm saying?
No, but seriously though, it's just like, it's just like, like I like, it was very early on when I created that channel that I got opportunities like that. And yeah, being on A-listers was just great. Like Igal was on that show weekly, obviously having, you already know how it is, man. Yeah, big up to Igal every single time.
Shout out to Igal every time.
Great content creator too, but it's just like, you guys already know Vader is there. Shout out to Vader. Vader was on that show.
Wait, yeah.
And plus, like, you're now also on A-listers too, big up to you. So it's like, how that show is. You know how Husam creates those type of shows, the topics, the banter, all of that type of stuff. So it's just an absolute blast. Like Lewis being there, seeing the meltdown, seeing the arguments between Lewis and Igal, me getting into it with other with Igal or with Vader or with other content creators. Just absolute. I would always try to make it for that show. Always try to make it for that show. No matter what would go on, I would always try to make time for that show. Like that show is a must. And it's a lot just big shout out to Husam, because he's the one who gave me the opportunity for that. And that's one of my biggest things that I will take from my time at YouTube, is being on a show with Husam. A-listers. That's something that I can just hang up on my wall one day. And be like I did it's like a plaque that I did I was on a regular panelist on Husam's show called the A-listers. And it's one of my big achievements so far, for sure. And another thing which I'll get into after talking about the Husam show is another big achievement is Back Again. And Back Again is, and I told you about this numerous times. Back Again is still by far, I still till this day can't believe I was on Back Again, genuinely, because it was something that I saw out of nowhere. I remember this till this day. It was around 2 a.m. and I'm just on my phone scrolling, and I see a DM from Troopz, and I immediately just get up from my bed. Like I'm laying down, and I immediately just get up from my bed, and I'm like, whoa, and I genuinely, I'm just like, whoa. Like Troopz, and I click his profile to see again, and it's like, yo, this is actually Troopz.
Make sure it's real.
To make sure it's him. And it's like, I see the message from him, and I'm literally gonna open the message right now, because I'm gonna tell you guys what it is.
Yeah.
So I see the message from him, and it's just like, Sheik. He says, Sheik, appreciate you pulling up today. Send me a pic of your thumbnail. 1:45 p.m. UK. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is he talking about? Send me a pic of a thumbnail. I'm like, what? I'm genuinely so confused, because Flawless hadn't told me at that moment. You hadn't told me at that moment. So he sends me the message, and I'm just genuinely so confused. And I send the message to H and YG2, and I'm like, yo, you guys understand what's going on? Am I tripping? Like I genuinely didn't know what to say. So I probably replied to him. I seen the message the moment he sent it, But I probably replied to him 10 minutes later just because I was confused. Like I genuinely didn't know what to say. So I just say yo, big up, and I send him a picture anyways, not even knowing what for. Like I
didn't even ask what it was for. Man. I said for this.
I just didn't know. But then obviously once I sent him the thumbnail, I messaged you, and that's when you told me about.
So I don't remember this. So did I message? So you messaged me.
I messaged you. Yeah.
Okay,
I messaged you about it, and I'm pretty sure I was
cool.
like, "Yo, Troopz messaged me about this. Like, what's going on? Are you not able to make it?" And then that's where you told me that you had to go to, like, you were not available and
my
stuff.
aunt and uncle were getting married. That's why.
And then that's when you told me about that. But yeah, that's how that came forward. Like 2 a.m. I don't even know why I was awake. It's crazy that I was awake, because had I not been awake, I probably missed the show, because Back Again's quite early here in California, and I sleep quite late, so I just like wake up at like whatever time. So I probably would have missed it, and I would have hated myself if I missed it. If Troopz had messaged me and I wasn't able to see it and I missed it, I would have just never forgiven myself the rest of my life, genuinely. So I'm so glad that I did. And yeah, it was 2 a.m. He messaged me, and till this day, still just unreal. Back Again is it's literally like I've mentioned on this show already. That's where I found your channel and I grew to your channel, and just Troopz is someone that I've watched for so long, and just him even like on the he added me to backstage, and I'm just speaking to him backstage. I just can't believe it. Like I just genuinely can't believe it. Like I'm like, yo, is this like, am I watching this on YouTube or something? And like, am I genuinely here? And I just can't believe it. Like he's just like, yo, big up Sheik, like thank you for joining. And he's like, where are you at? Sacramento, all that type of stuff. And also like, mind you, I've been on Troopz, like I was a mod on Troopz' channel before too. We had he's like before I've sent him like links to watch games and stuff, so like I've messaged him there and all that type of stuff. Even for me, that was just like crazy. I was just like, yo, Troopz is asking me for a link. He could have asked anybody else, a mod, for a link, but he asked me for a link, like stuff like that, right? So it was just like, yeah, like everything was just entirely surreal. And then just like being part of just what the show Back Again itself is, the chaos that it is, seeing that live and seeing that in person and being a part of it is just, I can't tell you guys like what that experience was. I will just never ever forget about it, and I will never ever, I will never forget it, like that experience. And just that's one of like that is the biggest milestone for me, is to be on Back Again. And it's a big shout out to you, so I have to give you a big thanks for that, Flawless, because if without you it's not happening. But yeah, that is like, it's a dream come true. That's one of the biggest.
That's not just because we brothers in that. Like the reason why I suggested you, because Sai trying to blame me. I told Troopz earlier than that, because I already knew from time that I wasn't gonna be able to. So I already told him like, yeah, my aunt and uncle are getting married. I'm not gonna be on. And then normally I won't even do that, because you lot have seen it where if Lewis can't make it or Mons can't make it or me, he'll just pick whether it's a Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United fan. But I suggested the Troopz, because I wasn't even gonna say this, because she put the word out. Because I wasn't gonna say, oh well, I put Sheik onto the channel. Nah, I suggested it. I was like, yo, Troopz. I can find the message if I really wanted to and be like, I was just like, yo, Troopz, can't make it for this. My aunt and uncle are getting married. I suggest Sheik. Trust me, he works on my channel. He's cool. And Troopz was like, yeah, cool. And then I left it at that. Yeah. So I know you joke, man.
So yeah, just unreal. Like even me, just like speaking about it right now.
I didn't even know you had said it until that. It was via me, until Eddie had mentioned it, because this was after, I think we did a show after. You know what I'm saying? It might either that night or it would have been Man United the day after, because was it a Friday or was it a Monday? Was it a Monday?
No, I think it was a Friday.
Or was it a Friday? Okay, so whenever we were on the show next, and then Eddie's gone, oh yeah, Flawless, you're a real one for that. So I was like, I didn't even know that she could said anything like that. But yeah, man,
no, you are a real one for that. Working? No, 100%. Because like, yeah, like even till this day, me speaking about it right now, like it's absolutely like unreal. Like to me, like it's genuinely like Back Again for me is like everything. It's a show that I've watched religiously on YouTube. Like I've not watched any like show like on Netflix or anything like that as much as I've watched Back Again every single episode. I remember moments like it was yesterday. Like that show to me is like everything. Like genuinely everything. Like I remember super chats that I've dropped in that show. Like I remember everything, like genuinely everything. So to be on that show and just like, yeah, also like to be in the chat and all that type of stuff, to be there with Mons on a stream with Mons, because Mons is also a very, very big top content creator out there. I think that was my first time being on a show with him. And ever like on a stream with him. So being on a show with Mons, Lewis I had been on, but just to be part of what Back Again is, the banter, the chaos, like all of that, to be like the United representative for a day was just I think it's something that I will never ever forget, and I'm forever grateful to you for, bro, because that's an opportunity that came from you. So
totally right. And the reason why I did it as well, because big up to Troopz. It didn't need that. That isn't my job to. It's not my job for that to come from me. Like Sheik, like look at the story Sheik just told with Troopz messaging him. Look how much better that would have been the same, even though it would have been fire if I would have told him. Out of the blue, boom. You know what I'm saying? Troopz DM you. Man,
DM me, bro. I had
to check it with the real account.
Yo, I'm not even kidding, bro. Like, no woman's ever messaged me and I've acted this way. Like, I'm gonna just say this, like, pause, straight up. No woman's ever messaged me with something crazy, and I've ever got up and I've been like, yo. But the fact that Troopz did, and it was just like, send me a picture of her thumbnail. Like, you could tell I was just so lost that I did it anyways. I didn't even know what it was for. It could have been like, oh, I need you on a show for like next year, but I sent it to him anyways. Like, I was just so lost, like entirely just like, I was just gone, bro. Like, I was gone. I was just so confused. And like he told me, and I messaged him, and I'm pretty sure like in that conversation too, I could go back to it. I told him and I said like, oh, like I said, sorry, bro, I'm a little confused. What for? And he was like, Back Again. And I was like, oh, and then that's when like I wrote like I had messaged you at that time. And then he told me to go get some sleep because I was still up. Like I couldn't go to bed, and Back Again was like in a couple of hours. Like it wasn't like in 3 or 4 hours, and I was still up. And he was like, "Yo, go to sleep." Like I was just messaging him. I was just like, I'm not gonna lie, yo. Like I was having a starstruck moment. Yeah, I was just like really, really excited. I was having a starstruck moment. I wanted to talk to Troopz, like message him and ask him, "Yo, how's life?" At 2 or 3 a.m. Like I wanted to genuinely. And he's probably just doing his own thing. He probably just got up and he's just going about his day. And he's probably like, yo, why is Sheik messaging me? But I just wanted to just be like, yo, Troopz, like, how's life?
How's life, man? What's going on? How's the kids?
Like,
how's the wife?
Yeah, literally. Because I couldn't believe it, bro. It's not every day Troopz messages you, you know? So it's like, I had to, it's crazy, man. So I was up and he told me to just go to sleep, and he was just I woke up on time. I made sure I put like 6 or 7 alarms that day and made sure that I was not gonna wake up. I even dropped a message to my mom when she would wake up and see it that just peep my room and see if I'm awake. If I'm not awake, wake me up. Like whatever happens, wake me up. So I had to make sure that like the show goes on. Like I don't miss it for anything. I think I had like work that day too. I pushed it. Like I just made everything happen that day. So it was just it's crazy, man. This story is just like unreal. Like genuinely is just I couldn't believe it, bro. Till this day. And probably if Troopz messages me again, I think I would act the same way. I would react the same way. I genuinely would. I would react the same exact way. Like I just wouldn't know what to do.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? I see that. This is what these specials are about, man. It's stuff like that. Yeah, mom, I'm back again. I'm set 6 or 7 alarms. I made sure, hey, mom, if I am not awake, make sure I'm awake. I'm not missing it. But that's testament to you. We're running bants and jokes because it's funny, but that's credit to you as a content creator. I'm not missing this opportunity. I'm not letting this go by. And I know from speaking to him that it went well. You know what I'm saying? I already know from the chat it went well because my chat told me, hey, she did an excellent job, and I already knew it. Like I didn't even need the chat or Troopz or anyone else to tell me that you did a great job on there, because I know you would. Because if I didn't think you could do a good job on there, I wasn't ready. I wouldn't have suggested you. Because I'm not like that more often than not. I won't. But I was like, hey, you know what? Cheek, like I think could be cold for this. And then Troopz was like, yeah, cool. And then boom, that's how it happened. But I love that. But exactly. That's it. This is what we're here for in regards to the specials. Anyone else? Because you mentioned the Sam being on Back Again, meeting Troopz.
Yeah.
Lewis, for example, is there anyone else, like channels you've been on or content creators you met and you're like, right, that's cool.
Yeah, I have to give shout outs to a lot of them. I've done a stream on Saeed's channel. Big up to Saeed, because I rate him
No.
as Mount Rushmore of United content creators, alongside with you, Rance, and yeah. So I put him up there. So yeah, being on Saeed's channel, big thing for me too at that time as well. I think it was just like a panelist show. Early on, much early on. I think it was like quite a long time ago, but it was just a normal United panelist show. I think it was Mina who was there. I think I'm
Shout out
trying
to
to think,
Mina.
maybe Staffy was there. Like yeah, like it was a show like that. So that Saeed's definitely one of them, big content creator that I've just a dream to work with. Lewis is
Shout out Lewis every time.
after I was on A-listers and I started working with Lewis a little bit more, then obviously I watched Lewis always since the beginning as well, like his chat and his like Lewis. Also, I just want to give a big shout out to Lewis, because Lewis is like, I really enjoy watching Lewis, because Lewis's shows are crazy. His panelists are crazy, and I've witnessed it, and I was part of one. Like you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's when his shows go crazy. Like I'm talking about like demonetization, like those type of like streams. Like I've been part of one of those, and Lewis is just like, Lewis doesn't get enough flowers. And I just wanted to say this too as well, because yeah, Lewis doesn't get enough flowers, man. Lewis is genuinely unreal, and Lewis is another one of them where I feel like anytime I've gotten an opportunity to work with Lewis, be it every single episode of A-listers, or even a time where he's invited me on his channel, it's felt surreal and unreal too, because Lewis is someone that I've been watching for time as well. I've seen Lewis when he was just his like crash outs in stadiums way long ago, like back in like 2019 or 2018, and like those streams I've known Lewis from. And it would be like you'd see like all these content creators at that time on compilations, and you'd still see them like till this day. But I've been watching Lewis since then, so to be on a show with him regularly as well, and he's invited me on his channel a couple of times too. Lewis, like I can't give enough credit to. He's unreal as a content creator. Should be at a lot more subs, and it's just it doesn't get enough flowers.
Supremely. That's why on his special, I was like, when I introduced him, I was like, easily one of the most underrated in the space. And what's crazy is not only is it everyone on these specials so far, as you mentioned him, Javon before you just mentioned him, Steve mentioned me, people. I say this right now, Lewis massively, like, he was the first non-Manchester United content creator to say, hey, Flawless is cold at what he does. Sarcasm City TV is the channel. Like, he stamped it with authority, because he was the first Chelsea fan over here. And then that's why you see, so still to this day, why you see a lot of Chelsea fans in this chat, and all of the Chelsea content creators I know was because of him. So, hey, big up to my bro Lewis every single time, man. You know,
every single time, man.
Get free Lewis cheap,
100%. So yeah, Lewis is definitely one. Husam. I could mention every single one, to be honest, every single panelist, because at the end of the day, it's like I never thought ever that I would even get the opportunity to work with any of them. So to be working and doing a show with just any of them is a big thing to me. So every single person, this is like Tony, like TJ Warren TV, like all content. Egal, I've been on his channel a couple of times as well. Like all those people, like I'm super grateful to be working with, and I just can't believe till this day that I do. And I try to and to go back to like the whole opportunity thing, it's just stuff like this, because I take these opportunities like very seriously, because I just don't think I just feel like people don't have to. I this is how I think of it. It's like people don't have to pick you. People have so many other people that they can pick. People have so many other people that they can think of, and all of that for their shows, right? And the fact that they pick you, I think that's like it's something that I wouldn't want to disrespect. And if I said no, if I don't make it, I think that's highly disrespectful to them. So unless there's something like completely going on that I'm not able to do it, then that's like different. But I always try to make time for every single show that I can, because like I just view it as that, where they're picking me for a reason, and I am super grateful for them for picking me, because they could pick anybody else, and it could be anybody else. And that's how I just think of every opportunity, even your shows, like for Mandem United and all of that. Like I always think of it like, hey, it could be anybody else. And the fact that Flawless picks me and allows me to be on his show is like, I'm super grateful for it, and I try to make the most of every single opportunity. So
which you do, hence why you've been on the channels you've been on. Like you said, you mentioned being on Saeed's channel, Lewis's channel, Sam's channel, the appearance on Back Again as well. Anyone else in particular that stands out? Yeah, go on, carry on.
I'll think like anybody else. I'm trying to think. Let's see. As it'll keep coming back to me as I keep like going down the memory lane. And I think I will say is like it's to someone who's maybe out there, like I've had to do a lot of sacrifice to be on these type of shows too. Like I've had to skip out of work to not go into work one day just because I've had an opportunity, and I will say this, they've just been so worth it. I don't care. Like I've gotten written up at work because I couldn't make it to a day because instead I was doing a show on Lewis's channel or someone else's channel.
Sacrifice.
So it was fully worth it. Fully worth it, because it's like the end of the day, it's the experience that I'm getting that I'm going to hold on to for the rest of my life. And I'm speaking on like shows like this, that Back Again experience, me going late into work that day, or I think it was me going just like super late into work that day, was fully worth it, because I ended up doing a show with one of my heroes, and it's an experience that I will never forget. And a lot of the times, I'm sure you'll know this too, and it's something that I just want to put a message out to a lot of people, is a lot of sacrifice goes into these type of things, making time for a lot of things, and saying no to a lot of other things to do this and to give you guys shows is a big thing. And it's like something that I've had to do for every single opportunity, to be honest, like most of the time. There's been a lot of times where even to this day right now, like I'm not able to do, like I don't have a set schedule. And it's like, just the biggest example, I could give you an example for this. Like I tried, Flawless messaged me and told me if we could do the show on Sunday. And I tried my absolute best to try to do it, to be honest, but I just couldn't. I had work and I have these other things going on, so I couldn't afford to like miss work that day. So I just wasn't able to do it at all. But in the past, I've tried to do that for a lot of different occasions, a lot of different streams, like A-listers, like even Mandem United, like all of that. So, and like it's I love it. What I would say about all this, even though it might seem like a thing like, oh, we're doing a lot of work, all that, it's just, it comes from pure passion. And it's, if I were to give like some sort of advice, even though I'm not, I'm still 1,000 subscriber YouTuber and we're still on our way, but
a lot of people ain't got 1,000, man. There's a lot of YouTube channels out there without 1,000, man. That's struggling.
But if I could give advice to anyone, it's just like, if I could give advice to like anyone, and just find that happiness in it, your passion in it, and all these other type of things honestly just won't matter. You'll just keep doing it. You'll just keep waking up. It'll just become a routine, and you'll just keep doing it, and you'll end up doing 100 episodes of shows, and you just won't even realize. Because I, till this day, don't even know how I've sat down 76 times with CP, Prime, Spooby, M. De Niro, and we've talked football, and it still doesn't make sense to me. Well, how many episodes I've probably done? We've done watch-alongs for a whole season. This is probably like our second season now, maybe doing watch-alongs together, me being a part of your channel. So it's like the whole time is just gone, and how it just goes by. I would just be like, yo, if anyone's out there nervous or feeling like, I don't want to pick up a camera, people are not going to care, none of that, because use my special episode as an example. I've been grateful to all these people that I've just mentioned, because this community is absolutely lovely. It's full of opportunity. It's full of supportiveness, like supporting people. It's full of just people who want to see everybody win, and people who are just, great at what they do as well, having great peers around you too. So that's really it. That's what I would say about all of that, and about just the whole content creator space and my whole journey so far. And if I were to give advice, is just it's just do it and keep going and make it a passion. And if it's a passion, then you won't you'll find, like, you'll find fun in doing it, you'll find happiness in doing it, and it'll make you want to keep doing it again and again and again too. Like, you'll go a day one day and be like, I didn't stream today, and I should have, because I miss speaking to them and I miss hearing the banter from them. And even now, it's like a game will happen and you'll see something in a game, and my first instant, like, I could see a pen in a game, and my first thing would be like, I wonder what CP is going to say about this on My Brothers on Monday. Or I wonder what we're going to talk about this on Mandem United. I wonder what Leon's going to say about this. I wonder what Eddie's going to say about this. I wonder what Flawless is going to say about this. I wonder what Kaneki's going to say about this. Like, all that type of stuff. And that's just what this whole community is, and what YouTube has become for me. And it's just a big part of my life now. It's just something that is now, like, I wake up, it's part of a routine. It's part of, like, people that I've met, like friends that I've made. Is just, it's been nothing but great, bro. Honestly, everything, the whole journey has been nothing but great. So to anybody who's out there who's thinking to do it, just do it. Wake up one day, pick up a camera, turn it on, and just do it and see where it goes. And yeah, like it's just, you have great people around you and you're gonna have a great support around you, and the community is great. And yeah, start now. It would be great for, we'll see where it could go. But yeah, that's what I would say to anybody starting out. But the journey itself so far has been, yeah, nothing. Like I could go on and on, hours and hours, speaking about certain individuals and all of that. FA Cup final, yeah, H said one of the best streams was FA Cup finals. Was still, yeah, Spoopy wearing the Garnacho shirt. Yeah, the Garnacho shirt on during the final. YG was singing chants. Like we were all there. Like, yeah, it's just been absolutely crazy. I've done just all different type of streams. Cricket. We've done cricket watch-alongs. I've done a 7-hour stream on my channel one time doing a cricket watch-along final. Big up to everyone who supported for that too, because I never thought cricket would be something that people would actually would like to watch or whatever. But yeah, people did, and cricket was that. WWE. We've done gaming. Like YG's been on the channel so many times. That Joker, we've done streams with him. Like, yeah, man, it's just been absolutely crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. So yeah.
Don't forget UFC as well.
UFC, yeah, UFC as well. UFC, I could go on about instances with the UFC. Like, for example, when we had like 50 people in the playback followers that one random day. Like, absolutely crazy. I had no idea what was going on.
Yo, and, I remember that because I was like I was keeping an eye on it because I don't watch UFC. And I've seen the numbers and I've joined like, yo, what's going on? I've joined like, right. I thought like there was bots. I thought people were spamming. I'm like, what's going on? Because I'm seeing the chat going like this crazy. I'm like,
I want to speak about this because it's such a funny story. Yeah, it's such a funny story because, so yeah, like shout out to Flawless, of course, because it allows us to do the UFC watch-alongs, and that's something that I've also loved doing as well, because we've had some crazy, hilarious streams on UFC. Like, we're talking about like when Flawless in the past has talked about Sarcasm City After Dark. That's what UFC streams are as well. Like, Will has had a crazy moment, one of the craziest moments ever, I think, on stream Will has had in the UFC stream. I know YG and H know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, like normal, it was one time we were doing a UFC stream and we're on the playback, and all of us, normally we have a Discord and stuff for the stream too up, and all of a sudden on the playback, like there's 70 to 80 people watching, and I don't know what happened, but someone in the chat said that like the streams that they were watching on got cut off. So they somehow found us, and they were finding us through different places, which was so weird because I still remember this. Someone said they found us through TikTok, like Sarcasm City TV playback. Someone said they found us through Twitch. Someone said they found us through different places. I don't know how, but they were. So 80 people were in playback, and they're all sitting there asking for the Discord. So I'm just like, I first of all obviously can't, like, I just can't understand what's going on. I just don't know what's going on. Like, is this a glitch? I think I even messaged you, and I was like, yo, Flawless, look at this. Like, there's like 80 people in the there's like 80 people here. And then I started telling everyone like, yo, subscribe or I'm not going to give you guys the link. And the funniest thing is that those people now, I now have a UFC Discord. Like, a whole Discord is now made because those people joined the Discord that we made. And every single time we go live, like there's a UFC card, these guys will message a couple days before and be like, are you guys going to go live? And will the stream be off? Yeah. Every single time. There was a card last week. I wasn't able to do it. There was a card last week. They messaged me for that. And they said, are you able to do it? Like, are you guys going to go live? And it's not just like one or two. It's like a couple of people will message and be like, are you guys going to go live and all of that? And Spoopy was here, and he'll talk about this too if we ever get the chance. But Spoopy was there. And while we were watching, like while the stream was up, these guys who've never met each other, they've all just come to the channel too. Like, I'm talking about the chat, never met each other. They're doing their own UFC debates. Like, you can hear them. Their mics are on and they're talking amongst themselves while we're just watching the stream. I had to mute everyone because at that time I didn't even know how Discord and stuff worked. I had to get YG's help from that. But I had to mute everyone. And these guys, there's guys from Australia, there's guys from just like all over the world, and they're all just debating with each other. Like, oh, that knockout was crazy. Did you guys see that knockout? Like, they're all just talking amongst each other, and it's just unreal. That stream itself, that experience itself is unreal because now there's just a whole UFC Discord. They message us every single week. asking us if we do a watch along. If we don't, they sometimes get mad and they leave or whatever. And like, yeah, they don't show up or whatever. So it's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how that just came out of nowhere and it just got created from that.
How it
But
works.
it was the playback. Yeah, it was doing the streams on the
The
playback. From where it all started. And the UFC streams is also something that like all love. Like all the shows that we do obviously are great, but the UFC streams are so funny because I think some of the funniest guys that are like out there, like YG, Eddie, like all of these guys,
yeah,
they're on they're all there on that stream. So it's just like hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious, and it's UFC, and we all love it. And it's like, yeah, it's just great, absolutely great. So I love that. That's been so fun to do, and obviously shout out to you, of course, for letting us do it as well.
Of course, man.
It's been
We're
so
gonna carry
fun
on
to
with
do.
that. We're gonna do some more stuff with that. I'm doing some rebranding and that, so the UFC will be definitely a part of that. Yeah, I'm doing some rebranding in
So yeah,
regards
UFC has been great,
TV.
but it is for sure Sarcasm City TV after dark for sure.
Keep a lookout, people. That's not the channel won't be that, but yeah, that's Sarcasm City TV after dark will be a thing, man. Trust me, there'll be a channel for that. I'm working, people. I'm sorting out some stuff. Don't worry. But even here with that, the UFC, but again, that's testament to you to be able to hold down that chaos. Not only is there so many people on the panel, not only do you have the chat, not only are you having to talk about what's going on in UFC and talk about the fight and commentate and get thoughts and opinions and give yourself thoughts and opinions as well.
Yeah.
You then have the element of the unknown. But that's credit to you to go, hey, you know what? Everyone get on the Discord, and now there's a UFC Discord, so there's actual built-in audience for it when you go live, to the point they get mad. That's how much they enjoyed it. And they get mad at you if you don't do it. Hey, what's going on here?
No, they're just saying it's just like a thing now for real. Like every single weekend, whenever there's a card, not every single weekend, but whenever there's a card, like they're all up for it. It's like everyone comes out of like their cave or their shell and they're just out for UFC. And it's like you won't hear from them throughout, but like once it's UFC, like everyone shows up and they're just there ready for it. So it's like, yeah, testament to it's, again, shout out to everyone, you, Eddie, the co-panelists, on whoever's been on the streams before, on the watch alongs. It's credit to everyone all together. But yeah, it's been unreal, like, to see that, because I never imagined that happening too. I've always enjoyed like the UFC things, but never imagined like all those people showing up that one time, us creating like a whole Discord out of it, and it being a thing now too. So yeah, it's been absolutely crazy. Love those streams. Those streams are absolutely
keep it rolling, man. We don't give people, don't worry about that. Hey, big up Catch as well every single time, man. Shout out to the Catch Up. But yeah, with that, we definitely gonna keep that rolling amongst more as well. Anything else we even mentioned there about UFC? Any other moments, anytime, like, I don't know, you may have been recognized somewhere, or a message from someone, or there was a moment where you was like, oh, that was, you think like a comment from someone and you're like, hey, that was big, like from a support. You even mentioned there about the UFC audience getting mad if you lot don't go live. So anything in addition to that?
Yeah, definitely. So after Back Again, after I was on Back Again, it was so funny because again, it was one of those things where just I didn't understand it and I was just puzzled. And it was like I got a message from like on Instagram from this guy, and he said, hey, like, big up, like, I'm from Sacramento and I watched Back Again. And like I had seen that you were on Back Again and you said that you were from Sacramento. So I wanted to say big up to you and like keep doing the great work. And like I'm proud to see someone from Sacramento. And I was like, yo, that's like crazy. Like I had no idea who this guy is, never met him. And someone else from Sacramento. I'm sure people do watch it from here, maybe one or two, but it's like Sacramento is like a really small.
Troopz was on Barstool, so he's gonna have a massive American audience.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it's just like someone from Sacramento himself, like to reach out to me and to be like, yeah, like, big up to you. I've seen you. I watched the show and all of that. Yeah, it was just, again, one of those unreal moments, and it's just one of those things that I will never ever forget. Just like that message meant a lot to me, because it was like, okay, like people here, even locally, is someone who's recognized me. And so it's like, yeah, shout out to that guy, because like he follows me and sometimes we message and he's like, I play like football here and there, and like I do this and that. So there's been times where he's like shown up to play football with like the guys and all of that. So shout out to him. But yeah, just like something like that, being on Back Again, and someone from Sacramento just watching that show, and him just taking the time to message me too, just to let me know like that I'm doing a great job, and he was like proud of me and stuff. That's great, man. Like, it's just stuff like that. Still can't understand how I've been able to do all this, and it's unreal and surreal still till this day. But yeah, that I think it's a lot of people in my family supporting me too is a big thing for me as well. Like, I've had a lot of family. I'm from India, so I've had a lot of family in India supporting me from there. Them
Yeah,
showing up
okay,
in my
love that.
streams. Yeah, like them showing up in my
Wow.
streams and dropping messages time and time again. It's just like it's heartwarming to see, your family supporting you and all those people being there and saying hi to you and making time out of your day to just listen to a guy from Sacramento, California talk about, football or talk about cricket or talk about UFC or talk about basketball. So yeah, it's crazy. But specifically, if I were to think like at the top of my head of just like one message that definitely
Doesn't
like
have to be
struck
one, it
me,
could be multiple or any
it was
moments.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
kind of.
moment. It's definitely like that. Like definitely that was one moment. Being on obviously like back again is like a milestone in that one moment where I'm just like, that's crazy. I'm trying to think of some more, but yeah, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, every time I'm on streams with these people that I've mentioned and the top content creators and all these opportunities I'm given, it feels like one of those moments, to be honest. It just does. So
Love that.
yeah, it's been crazy, man. Absolutely unreal. I see Grim's question as well.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. Hey, you lot got a question. This is Sheik. What can we look forward to? What can we look forward to from the channel in the future? Got something cooking?
Yeah. I'll talk about it because it's something that I'm currently trying to work
About.
and get more equipment, better equipment and stuff for so my laptop can run it. But watch alongs, solo watch alongs. So that's something that I've thought about and I've wanted to do. And doing watch alongs on my channel. And that's something that I've like been thinking about doing, but I need to basically like my laptop can't run OBS. I've tried to run OBS on my laptop.
Yeah,
It just
gotta get
doesn't
another
work.
laptop on that. Them
Yeah,
ones.
it
Yeah,
just doesn't work. So I'm trying to get like a new laptop and I'll be able to run OBS and I can do like watch alongs, have timers up and all that type of stuff. But watch alongs, that's one thing for sure. And in other stuff, in terms of like other content or like in terms of the channel in the future, just working with more and more content creators that I can. There's still a lot of people that I mentioned that I have like on bucket list and on all that type of stuff that I want to work with. People are still out there that I still want to tick. So it's like boxes are still out there that I still want to tick. So working with more content creators, putting out as much content as I can, doing different type of shows, more United shows. That's really it. Just because currently, like I spoke about earlier as well. And another thing which I will speak about too as well in just a little bit, but is doing doing a lot more. Like I haven't been able to stream because I've just been doing a lot of work and all that type of stuff. But just doing more content. That's really it. Is just trying to put as much content as I can. That says the biggest thing. It's like it doesn't have to be like a specific topic or whatever. If I haven't talked about United in a while, just talk about United. Just do this or just do that. So like for example, I haven't streamed about United in a while, and tomorrow I think, or I have to message him, but I'm doing a preview with Husam, so like a United versus Liverpool preview. So just stuff like that. Putting out more content. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best. I'm not even saying that I'm the best, but it's just trying to be better every single day. Trying to be a better content creator, I would say, is like goals that I have for myself currently, and what I want to do in the future is just put out more and more. Come up with more ideas. I guess just put myself out more and more and just keep doing as many shows as I can, appear on many shows as I can, and just put out more content. But in terms of like shows, watch alongs for sure. Like I do kind of still do them, but a lot like better in terms of having a timer up and like like having like using OBS and all that type of stuff, like those type of like having much better layouts for watch alongs and all of that. Like that's something that I'm focusing on, having better quality of content and all of that. Another thing which I've talked about briefly with you, I think I mentioned it to you, but I haven't really said this publicly, is King's fan cams. The only issue is
you have mentioned
that, the only issue is that it's tough getting someone to go with me all the time because I can't go by myself. Someone's probably gonna steal something.
You need two people
it's just trying to have someone go with me. But King's fan cams, I'm telling you guys, keep a lookout, because King's fan cams is something that I'm gonna thinking about starting, and I feel like it's going to be absolutely fun because I anyways go to King's games most of the time. There are a lot of people there normally at the games too.
I think you can just get, like, sorry to cut you off, get like not a GoPro, but where you put your phone in it, it's like an extended arm, and just click record and just interview the person like that, just like that. Just do it like that. It wouldn't be the most ideal thing, but I think for one off, I think you should. I think you should do that. Get I forgot what they're called, but you put your phone in them and they're like
Yeah.
like some go-go gadget type shit.
I know
You know
what you
I'm
mean,
saying?
like those like selfie sticks. Like I know
That's
what you
it.
mean. Like the
Selfie
selfie
stick,
stick
yo, just get a selfie stick and then do the just run it
and
like
a
that because I
tripod.
think you'll go clear with that. And then what will
Like
happen is someone will see you do it and go, hey, you know what? Boom, yeah, I help you out, and then that's when you can do it more.
yeah. So
I
that's
think
something that is like it's in the works. Mainly the struggle that I guess if I were to just talk about it is just getting the time for it because Kings games obviously every NBA games there's 82 games in a season. There's an NBA game like every other day. Like Kings sometimes play 2 games in a row. So it's like going to the arena, all that type of stuff. But hard work's got to be put in if I were to do a show like this. So it's like if I do commit myself, I would have to be fully committed to it. But yeah, it's in the works. It's something that I've been thinking about for a while, mainly also because I don't see anybody else doing it. And it's just something that I think would be
I
great
mean,
because
I agree.
I wanna go out there and actually speak to Kings fans too and hear what they have to say about our team and our franchise and what they think and just their views on it too. Because like for me, I haven't been a Kings fan for the longest time, but I'm sure there's people here who have season tickets or people here who've been watching the Kings when the franchise was about to leave and all those type of things, right? So it's like having those opinions and hearing their voice and giving them a platform to speak. I think that would be lovely for them, and I think it would be great content also for viewers who would want to watch. And it's not out there. I don't see anybody else out there doing it, and I think it would just be like great. I mean, imagine me itself just absolutely losing my head after a Kings game after the Lakers, or we play the Lakers and you get a couple of Lakers fans on there and you speak to them and just all these type of things. And it's just moments like you guys see kind of like the New York Knicks fan camps whenever they do to some of them and how crazy they are and all the crazy shit that they be doing and all the stuff that they be talking about. So it'd be cool to see someone do that for like the Kings because no one else does it. And it would yeah, I'm just currently in the works of that. So you guys might see that sometime this when the season does start, which should be starting later this month. I kind of have a lot of the stuff ready for it. But yeah, you guys might see that soon. So Kings fan cams might be on the way, people. So keep a lookout. Keep a lookout.
You should do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Sacramento Kings fan TV will be fire. I know you'll come up with a better name for it than that, but that will be fire.
Yeah,
that shit will be fire.
TV.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit will be fire. Without that, again, you lot subscribe to Sheik TV. Any other future plans in regards to the channel?
Just bro. I mean,
like
growth.
You said, content is the
just
main
ultimately
thing.
Content. Yeah, just content. Really, currently, right now, I would say is the main thing. Is just putting out as much as you can, putting out as much as I can. Because for me, it's like this. It's like things just come along the way as you do content. Ideas just come up to you along the way as you do things. So it's like right now I might be telling you that I might not have any other ideas other than King's fan cams, but who knows, a month or two later something just comes up and it's like that's what I'm saying. So it's like ideas just keep coming up every now and then. So it's for me ultimately is just like putting out the content. It's like if ideas do come up, then doing them and all that type of stuff, and putting out shows and all of that. So who knows, maybe new panelist shows. And I did the fan call-in show, which I want to bring back as well because I haven't done it in a while. So started a fan call-in show recently. So that's on the channel. More United content, more of myself on the channel too, because I do a lot of panelist show. Like My Brothers is a daily. I have a lot of other people on there, and try to work with other content creators as well. Get good, create, just create more and more content, great content. And that's I would say is really currently like what I'm focusing on in the near future, and growth ultimately.
Nah, love that for real, man. This has been informative because the stuff I didn't know, like you telling the story about in regards to the whole Troopz and back again thing. Obviously, we talk often, so I knew a lot of the things you mentioned, but some of the stuff I didn't. Again, please subscribe to Sheik TV because it's football, basketball. Man, I'm mentioning cricket in the chat, UFC. The list goes on. Anything else that we might have, any interesting stories, anything we might have missed that's just not tied into your journey and anything you've mentioned? Is there anything else? That was a cool moment, or that was interesting, or that was funny, or whatever the case may be. It could be a stream, content creator, could be someone you got like you're currently working alongside, or you became cool, whatever the case may be.
I'm trying to think, like just like milestone or like just moments and stuff like that. I'm trying to think No, it was something that I can not something at the top of my head that I can just like think of currently clearly. I'm kind of like my mind's like kind of like blank.
Oh,
But
good man.
if there were, yeah, it's just like I'm trying to think, I'm trying to think.
Oh, good.
Been like any moment with like no, this is the thing, like H and all these guys will probably remember more than me because I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
don't be remembering all these type of things and
I hear
streams
you.
that I've done. But yeah, if something does come up to me, I'll like bring it up. But yeah, just currently I just can't think of anything currently at this moment.
Yeah. Man said
Yeah,
yes
nothing
for all the
moving.
time. He comes up with annoying dad jokes. Yeah, she gotta get
Oh
his
my
dad joke.
god.
Man
Oh
ain't even a
that
dad, but we getting his dad jokes off, yo.
oh
Hilarious, yo.
oh
Hilarious, yo. Takes us back to NBA and the playback and
oh
all them
man,
type
great
of
time.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great stuff. Yeah,
Thoroughly enjoyed
playback
them. For
NBA.
real.
So
For
fun.
real.
Which will back NBA content's coming back soon though, people in the
Yes.
chat. For you
People
guys who
have
didn't
already
know.
scheduled it. Yes, so they will be
Coming back
watching
soon.
us here on the YouTube. Definitely some rebranding going on. But yes, there'll be Sarcasm City TV watch alongs on the YouTube. But yeah, Sheik, man. Great conversation. I already knew this was gonna be fantastic. I already knew.
Yeah,
Big
man.
up, man.
Thanks for having
And
me on, bro. Of course.
of course, man. Again, I know you have been promoting the channel. Let them know what you got coming up on not only for the rest of the year, but the rest of the season as well.
Yeah,
Where they can
people,
find
Sheik
it.
TV on YouTube, Sheik TV on YouTube, on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Shout out to everyone, man. Every single person. I have immense love for every single person who supported in any single way, in any way, shape, or form. Whether it's been a comment, a like, just viewing a video, or anything. You guys, your support goes unnoticed. So shout out to every single person who was even watching this episode. And yeah, Sheik TV is where you guys can find me tomorrow, or I think maybe on Wednesday. I'm just looking to hear from Husam, but I should be doing a preview with Husam for the Liverpool game. So that's going to be great because I have a lot of things that I'm going to talk about with him with regards to Liverpool. So that stream, you guys already know, Husam is going to be on the channel, so you guys pull up, man. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So that's something that I have coming up. We're back to the same stuff on the weekend. Unfortunately, Manchester United play this weekend, so we'll be back to watching that game on Sunday. Match reaction. I'll be back on Foster's channel again to support him through the misery that is called Ruben Amorim's Manchester United. But yeah.
Pops,
Other than
Pop
that,
would
Sheik
probably
TV.
say that. Shout out
Yeah,
Beijing Pop every
big
single
up to
time.
Pops every single time as well. Big up to Pops. But yeah, Sheik TV is where you guys can find me on the road to 2K. Thank you guys all for watching this episode, hearing my story, and love and big up to all of you guys, man. Every single time.
Blessings, you lot. Again, I can say this again. Subscribe to Sheik TV. The link is literally in the title. The link's underneath in the description at the top. It's also on the featured channel page, or you can just go to YouTube search bar and type in Sheik TV, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. And this is what these next up specials are all about, people. Yes, I did the originals again. Did the originals ones, the gold standard with the Mount Rushmore guys, the goat to the space, the people who kick down the door first, Troopz and Rants and Lewis and Lee Gunner. The list goes on, people, like them ones. And then I did the second wave specials, which was the second class. So the likes of Monts was on there, and Dan Potts and Northside. These are all on the YouTube homepage as well for Sarcasm City TV. So next up, this is all about the upcoming content creators who are early on in their journey. Like Sheik just mentioned, hey, my channel started 2024. And we're literally only in 2025 and things of this nature, to give people their flowers now, because this place can be hostile, but it's like, nah, there's people who fuck with you and thoroughly deserved. And Sheik definitely one of the ones next up. I don't work with people that I don't think are quality. If I don't think you're quality, I won't work with you, point blank, period, people. Like, so that's what that is. So never get that mistaken or misunderstood. But yeah, make sure you check out the previous specials of that. This obviously big up to anyone listening to this back as well, man. Audio platform as well, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Had Javon on before this. Yesterday with Strasbourg. Steve kicked it off with Double A as well. We are going to be redirecting to the gaming channel. I don't even know if the man them are about. If you're about Sheik, I'm going to run clubs.
Yeah, I'm about.
YG, let me know. I'll drop a message in the chat because we're going to redirect over to the gaming channel as well. But regards to the next up specials, we're not stopping, people, as well. Got multiple ones coming up from today all the way up until Friday as well. So Zay, who you seen in the chat, Zay Talks will be on one. Giannis Barca Reacts will have one. Mike's will be on one. Sunshine will have one. TJ Warren will have one. Jacob will have one. Vader's got one as well. Philip, Toon Tactics TV, he has one as well, and there's probably someone that I've forgotten as well. Sunshines, I need to talk to her in regards to timing. The ones tomorrow, it's Tuesday. The ones tomorrow, I believe, Philip, Toon Tactics TV, and Giannis Barca Reacts. They're the 2 tomorrow, I believe so. Well, yes, like I said, Mike's, Zay, Giannis Barca Reacts, Toon Talks, Philip, Sunshine, Vader, all of those will be on TJ Warren. Of course, Jacob, let me not forget that madman as well. Jacob will have one as well. So you already know his backstory is going to be absolutely crazy because he's Jacob. This guy start talking about 1979. You already know what Jacob's like. But yeah, please subscribe to Sheik TV as well.
I also want to say one last thing as well. One last thing, Flawless. What super underrated, because you just mentioned it, is our pro club streams, man. I love our pro club streams. I love the whole group of pro clubs, the whole thing of pro clubs, like since it started. Going back to when we used to play with like Mons and Grim all the way back in like, what was it, FC24? Was it 24?
Yeah, it was like longer than before. That was like 22.
When like Taza, well, more so like when I was, obviously when you added me to all of that, and since I've been around, yeah, like I just want to give a big shout out. Flawless, you've created, that's a gem right there. That pro club saying all the people on there, it's absolutely credit to you, because that's lovely, bro. That content and just being part of that is great. Like I'm gassed right now to go play pro clubs.
Yeah, so I can't
this is all because of Flawless. Yeah. This is all because of him. So
hey,
again, it's just like, yeah, this is all because of him.
Sorry, go on. Sorry, say that again. My bad.
Just to say that, like, this is all because of you. Like, just the people that you brought up together, and I know this is not a show about you, but just to give you your flowers real quick, like just all these things and me being a part of all of it and having to experience all of that. Big shout out to you, man, because you've been a big part of my whole journey. Like I wouldn't do this a lot without you and your support and just all the things that you've helped me with, bro. So big shout out to you. There's nobody else who could do a Sheik TV sarcasm, like a special, other than you. There'd be nobody else who could do it. It had to be you.
Appreciate that, so, man. Yeah, that's only right. I said I was gonna get you, and I was like, yeah, definitely. And that's what this is about. Is even about me. It's about me stating to people, hey, man, look at what you've done so far. Look at what you're doing, and look at where you're headed. Just carry on. And that's everyone. Yeah. That's everyone. Like for real, 110%. Without doubt. And yeah, YG, we need to get to that as well. We're approaching 1,000 subscribers on the gaming channel as well. So this is going to redirect and send you straight over there as well, people. So we'll be live on the gaming channel about 5 minutes. Give me some time to set up again. But Sheik, blessings, my brother, man, every single time. And thank you for your kind words to me throughout. I know me and you have spoke outside of this. And I know you told me privately and publicly like how much I've helped you, but I didn't even realize how much more it was until you said it. So I'm just happy that I could do that and help you. You know what I'm saying? Assist you. But that's you, man. The talent's there. I can only do so much, man. The talent is there. I'm telling you.
Appreciate it, man.
And you're going to continue to thrive. And when we do your next special in 5 years, hey, when we'll rehash this, but everything that's gone on since then, trust me. I'm telling you. Well, blessings, people. Indeed. We are out. Big love to everyone that's locked in. Like I said, 2 next up specials tomorrow. Philip, Newcastle fan, Toon Tactics TV. For those that don't know, very, very good content creator. And then as well, who's the other one? Giannis, Barca Reacts as well, man. Giannis will be on Barca. They are the 2 tomorrow. And then after that, you'll have 2 on Wednesday, 2 Thursday, 2 Friday. Maybe even 1 more than 2. Maybe 3 on one of those days as well. I'm just talking to everyone and trying to organize it. But big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Next Up special with special guest Sheik of Sheik TV, owner of Sheik TV, live on the Sarcasm CTV YouTube channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you lot in about 5 minutes. Big up.
Big up.